Well, good afternoon, beautiful people. How are we all doing? I hope you're all well. This afternoon we're going to do a small TEMU haul, yes, again, but this one is clothing, and I think I'm going to be popping these on. I'll give them a wee try on. Summer buying here. We have 4 items here for trying on, and we'll start with this one here, which is not to be tried on. If I have time after doing the try on clips, I may indeed do another bag. I do have quite a few TEMU hauls to get through. We'll start with this. I got this for barbecue season, which today is absolutely fabulous out there. It's roasting, absolutely roasting. And I did order, look at that cool dude, absolutely crazy, cool rotty. It is a penny, or in other words an apron, and I thought it was rather small, but let's see how it looks. I was expecting it to be a little bit bigger. Fabulous print, and possibly you could hear it feels as if it is waterproof as well, or weightproof. Little mark there on the printing, but that's alright. That indeed will do for the summertime out the back garden. Now it came to €3. Remember, I'm in France, so it's in euros. €3.07. We will go with the white lace. Now I had a quick peek at all of these just to make sure nothing was ripped in transit. These are actually meant to be white, ladies, so now if you hold it further back, it does indeed look white. I'm 5'2.5" for reference, and I usually get a medium on my tops because unless it's bodysuits or vests, I get them in a small. But I got a medium, and I don't know if it's going to be too big or not. I simply adore the design. I'm not quite sure about the neckline, whether it's going to be too revealing or not, but you can always pop a little pearl button in here to close it up a couple of knots. And it is flared out at the bottom, and your waist, only at the front, has got this crocheted effect round them. The only kind of complaint that I've got with this is it definitely is cream. I don't know if it's showing up in camera, but it's not white. Definitely not white. But the price for all that is your white lace to €8.09 centimes. So we'll give that a little go, and I'll try them on at the end. Swiftly on. That'd be actually nice with a pair of jeans, or maybe some culottes or palazzo pants, possibly, in the summer. Or if you're going out for a meal, that looks rather nice. Right, let's see this. I like my bodysuits, and I've got a tattoo on my back of little birds, and this will indeed show most of said tattoo down the back. Now again, this looks rather big for my size and stature, but we shall see when we've got it on. It is extremely soft. It comes in your army green scooped neckline, but I possibly will just wear that, and if it is slightly bigger, I'll just wear it in the winter with jumpers on top of it. That came in at €5.97 for my khaki bodysuit. Let me see. Yes, and it does indeed have the poppers at the gusset. We're in the middle of, I think I put a little thing up this morning, but we are in the middle of sorting out the pool area where we're getting an above ground pool. Nothing extravagant, nothing fancy, but there's a lot of work to be done, and I have to take advantage of hubby while he's home, because it's an awful lot of work which more than likely I could do myself, which I shall indeed catch up with anyway. That just goes without saying. But on top of all that, you got your normal everyday housework, dogs to walk, your normal everyday stuff, ladies, and gentle spoons. But on top of that, we are actually doing what was my son's bedroom. I've been thinking about it for a couple of years, and we're finally getting round to stripping it all back, rubbing down walls and repainting. So we've got a lot of things going on at the moment and not enough hours in the day, hence I'm quite behind with a stash, I should say a stash of TEMU. So here we go. Here is another long sleeve bodysuit with a little bit of a neck on it. But the thing with this one is it's very, very high legged, so that would come right up to almost your waist, ladies, if you were wearing that. Very, very soft yet again. I don't think it's cotton. I'd be very surprised if it's cotton, but very, very soft, not shiny at all. I do like the very long sleeves because I like to ruffle them up. I thought that had a little, it does, there we go, see, I never noticed that when I bought it, but it does have your bits for your thumbs at the end, ladies, so that's a plus for me. I've got a couple of tops like that, a couple of jumpers like that, so if this fits me, I will be delighted. This comes in at high-legged bodysuit. That was only €5.99, ladies, €5.99. Fabulous. We'll have to wait and see if they fit though, won't we? You can let me know in the comments below what ones you liked, what ones you weren't quite sure of, and ones which were a no-no. Right, let's check the sleeves on this one. No, that's just your straight sleeves with no holes for your thumb. And I actually love this. It reminds me of my dad's old thermal tops, if that makes any sense. Lovely big buttons on it, with your normal shaped legs there, and again your poppers at the bottom. This is gorgeous, but once again, I don't know if it's shown up on the video, but it's meant to be white and it's not white. It's more like cream. Going to be perfect for wearing with a pair of jeans, a big thick belt and cowboy boots. That's what's going on in my head just now, but you can wear it with absolutely anything. That there is, if it is a win-win in terms of fitting, is, I would say, my favourite so far. So there we go, that's my TEMU haul for today. That long-sleeved knitted style bodysuit came in at €6.08. So I'll go and I'll try them all on and I'll insert the clips and you can let me know what you think, guys. So let's go. Right, so there's the first one there. I'll turn it round, let me see. I have put a pair of tights on just to protect my modesty. I think, now as I said, I'm usually a small, but I got this in a medium and I think you definitely need to get maybe a size up. It's elasticated to there. I think that's actually meant to come under your breastbone. I like this little floaty bit, so you could sit that, it would cover, if you've got a belly, ladies, it would cover a multitude of sins, I would think. I absolutely adore this bit, and there's no need at all to put any little buttons on. Maybe if you were a bigger breasted lady, then possibly, but I would definitely size up. It's comfortable, it's not itchy, it's not too bad, and I would actually give that possibly, yeah, a 9. I would give that a 9 out of 10. Right, let's move on to the next one. Right, I'm actually hoping you can see that, guys. I've got these on the tripod, but that's the back. So it is very, very low on the back, but very, very nice, and will be gorgeous with a tan. As I said, you can indeed, you know, pull that down if you want to be a little bit cheeky, and then pull it all the way back up again. So all in all, let me tighten the trousers, see how it fits once you have it on with your jeans, etc., ladies. Right, just roughly put my belt on. Oh. So roughly put my belt on. If you're wearing jeans, etc., then that's actually quite smart. You could actually wear that going out for a spot of lunch if you've got the right bottoms on, wee skirt, or if you're very, very cheeky, a wee pair of Daisy Dukes. But I'd actually give this a 9 out of 10 as well, because it's my problem for sizing up, because it's perfect and it is so, so very soft. Win-win. Okay, again, excuse the tights, modesty. The little bumps and bumps around here is all my tights. But look at this, ladies. Now, this is absolutely beautiful on. It's a little bit wider. It's got more fabric round this end than the one that I'm about to put on. That's going to mess up all my hair, so I'll put that one on last. And the khaki green one, which I would say would have went in that way a bit. But that might be more comfortable for some ladies. The buttons are absolutely beautiful. The neck, obviously, you can button all the way up. I'd have it more than likely like that. Everything fits absolutely perfect in this. I'm not sure if that's a small or a medium. I'll have to check and then put in the description below. Right, let's see if you can see it. I've got these back on the tripod. Maybe a little bit better, a little bit easier to see. So, there we go. That's the way it fits here. What's the back? It's slightly baggy at the back. It's now making me think that I did indeed size up and get a medium. So a true to size fit would be perfect. But there we go. You can let me know what you think of that one. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Again, jeans skirt. Nice baggy boho skirt with all your jewellery and your beads and everything on it. There's the back there. And the front, if you can see there's the front. Plenty of material if you're for moving about a bit. There you go, you can let me know what you think of that. Another 9 out of 10 for me. Very, very nice indeed. What's that thing you used to watch on a Friday night? Do, 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 do. I don't know, I used to watch it with my dad. Anyway, excuse all this, but that's for modesty reasons again. There is the length of your gap, so it comes all the way, ladies, up to there. So if you've got a pair of jeans on, you will show about possibly this much flesh. Be a little bit cheeky, see what I mean here? It goes all the way up to above your waistband. I'd have it my normal size, so it'd be more like, excuse me, I would have it more like this if it was to fit me in my normal size. But never mind, it'll be nice under a pair of jeans. I know the tights and whatever else takes it away from the overall look, but you can have a look on site and it shall indeed show you it better. I don't know if it's showing up in the light, ladies, but there is how high that goes. Can you see it? Not quite sure if you can see it. But all in all, for the price that I've paid for all those items, I am more than happy. There we go, we'll go and fix it here, tidy up this mess, put things away, and then really cannot moan at TEMU prices if indeed you do your research and have a right good look, because sometimes you can indeed get a load of rubbish, which I have said on a previous video. But this haul here, the only two things that's slightly big for me, and that's been my fault for sizing up, so I now know for the future. So until the next one, wherever you are in the world, au revoir to the pip, and bye-byes.